When now it's the word, I bring in paper from the first to the
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play action. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Malik Harrison. And he'll drop him for a loss of a couple. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Now it's Carson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Third and 2, now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down now, it's Carson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Escapes the defender. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Jackson forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And running with power here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, wide open receiver, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Wilson on first down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. This one swung out to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second down at 4. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Jackson now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? the defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The ball comes out. He's picked off near his own 48. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Justin Houston able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Let's go.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, alert.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they can't bring him down. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. They'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Check three.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the gun, it's Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes.